Good afternoon and welcome to today's matchup between the Viroqua Blackhawks and the Westby Norsemen. We are in the second round of regionals. We are playing at the Park Bowl in Viroqua. Westby will be the visiting team. We'll introduce the defense so far for the Blackhawks. We've got Tyler Quackenbush on the mound, Clayton Weston at catching, Trevor Geary at first, Casey Kowalczyk at second, Jackson Hoyam at third, Miles Fry at short, Cooper Gelhaus in left field. We have Cooper Gelhaus in left, Kevin Landowski in center, and Connor Matheson in right. Leading off today for the Norsemen is Devin Nedland. He'll be doing the pitching today for the Norsemen. He sees the first ball come in as a strike. Just outside miss, ball one. Devin Nedland is followed by the third baseman Garrett Batland and shortstop Bo Milutinovic. Little chopper right back to Quackenbush. And the throw is in time for the 1-4, 1-3 putout. And now with one away, the Norsemen have Garrett Batland. Third baseman, followed by Bo Milutinovic, the shortstop, and Gavin Larson in the hole at center field. First pitch from Quackenbush comes in. It's a high fly ball to center field, and that will be caught by Landowski for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Norsemen. As we see the shortstop, Bo Milutinovic, come into the batter's box. Here comes the first pitch from the left-hander, Quackenbush. Fired in low and inside, ball 1. One and 0 the count. High, ball 2. A big swing and a miss for strike 1. Pitch from Quackenbush comes in, low, ball 2. Ball 3, I should say. 3-1 the count with 2 away to Milutinovic. And that'll be ball 4, and he'll take base on balls. That'll put a runner on first for the center fielder, Gavin Larson. Foul back, strike 1. So 0-1 the count to Larson. Pitch from Quackenbush. Going to be low and inside for ball 1. Evens count up at 1 apiece. That'll be fouled on the first base line for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Runner goes to second. The throw will not be in time. And that will advance the runner. Milutinovic to second. Pitch from Quackenbush, fouled back. Weston trying to get underneath it, but it will be just out of play. Strike 2.5. Count remains 2-2 with 2 away for the Norsemen. And that'll be strike 3 for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base from the walk. We'll come back right after this with the home half of the first inning. Welcome back. We have the Blackhawks to bat. Miles Fry leading things off as the 1-2-3 part of the order. Obviously, because we're just getting rolling. So he'll watch strike 1 come across the plate. He is followed by center fielder Kevin Lindowski, followed by the second baseman, Casey Kowalczyk. That pitch will be fouled back behind the home plate Beechers for strike 1, or strike 2. 0-2 the count to Fry. Just a bit high, slightly outside. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. To the leadoff batter, Fry. And he's going to swing at that last pitch for strike 3 and the first out of the inning. He's followed by the center fielder, Kevin Lindowski. Left-handed batter. First pitch comes across the plate as strike 1. He's going to swing on a little chopper down to the second baseman for the 4-3 putout.
Second baseman, Casey Kowalczyk.
And out number 2 of the inning. We've got the second baseman, Casey Kowalczyk, up to bat. We've got the pitcher, Tyler Quackenbush, on deck, if we get that far. First pitch from Nedlund, low, ball 1. So for the infield for the Norsemen, we've got Nedlund pitching, Rathel catching. Brigham on first, Johnson on second, Vatlin on third, and Milutinovic in the shortstop. He's followed by Sutton in left field, Brigham in center, and Bendel in right. And because there's a couple Bendels, Lucas Bendel is in left or right field. So 3-1 the count to Kowalczyk. And that's swung on right up past second base. That'll be bobbled. That will probably go down as an E4.
Pitcher, Tyler.
And a man on base. And that'll bring up Tyler Quackenbush, the pitcher, left-handed batter. As Pete Walby would say, a duck on the pond at first. 2 outs. Throw back to first. Just to keep Kowalczyk honest over there. Pitch from Nedlund, swung on for strike 1. 0-2 the count to Quackenbush. He's going to chop one down the first baseline. And that will be in time for the 4-3 put out. So the Blackhawks go 4 up, 3 down. No runs. No. Well, they're going to count that as a hit. So I'll change that in my book. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base for the Blackhawks. We'll be back with the top of the second inning after a word from these sponsors. So we are going to start things off in the top of the second inning with the catcher, Ben Rathel. That'll be a high ball 1. The pitch from Quackenbush, fouled back over the right field line for strike 1. That evens count up at 1 apiece. High and inside for ball 2. The infield for Viroqua. Tyler Quackenbush pitching. Clayton Weston catching. Trevor Geary on first. Casey Kwolchek on second. Jackson Hoyam on third. Miles Fry on short. Cooper Gelhaus in left. Kevin Landowski in short. And Connor Matheson in right. Landowski in center, I'm sorry. And that's going to be fouled over the first baseline for strike 2. That'll move the count to full, 3-2 to Rathel. Here comes the payoff pitch from Quackenbush. That's going to be fouled up over the first baseline, and Trevor Geary under it, and the catch for out number 1 in the inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Lucas Bendel. That's going to drop into the strike zone for strike 1. That'll be ball 1. That'll even count up at 1 apiece. In 1 the count to Rathel. That's going to be popped up to right field, and Matheson will make the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up the DH, Chase Bendel. He is batting for the second baseman, Caleb Johnson. First pitch comes across as a ball. 1-0 the count to Bendel. Ooh, strike one. I don't know if that was called strike or he got him on the check swing. Either way, 1-1 the count. That's going to be just a bit high and inside for ball two. 2-1 the count with 2 away for the Norsemen. That's going to be just a bit high. 3-1 the count. And that'll bring the count to full after a called strike two. Payoff pitch from Quackenbush is a called strike three. So it's 3 up, 3 down for the Norsemen. We'll be back with the home half of the second inning after a word from these sponsors. So leading things off for the Blackhawks in the home half of the second inning is the third baseman, Jackson Hoyam. He'll see the first pitch as low, ball one. One and one the count to Hoyam. Just a pitch from Nedland, high, ball two. He'll be right down the third base line, just over the left fielder, is a home run for Jackson Hoyam. And that puts Viroqua on the board. A big hit for Hoyam.
Home run for Jackson Hoyam. Brings up the right fielder. Counter. Matheson.
I believe that counts as an RBI. We'll give it to him. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Connor Matheson. Now with the Blackhawks on the board, and they lead 1-0. Nobody out in the home half of the second inning. Matheson, left-handed batter, sees the pitch from Nedland, chopped down to second base, and the throw is in time for the 4-3 putout. And out number one for the second inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, Clayton Weston. He is followed by the DH, Ben Zom and Cooper Gelhaus collectively. Zom will be DHing for the first baseman, Trevor Geary. But this is Clayton Weston. First pitch from Nedland, fouled back and well over the first baseline for strike one. Pitch from Edlin, low and outside. Ball one. 1-1 the count to Weston. Pitch from Edlin comes in, is low, ball two. Edlin takes a little trip around the pitcher's mound. 2-1 the count to Weston with one away. The windup and the pitch. Swung on for strike two. Evens count up at 2 apiece. foul down the third base line, and the throw will be in time for out number 2. That'll bring up Ben Zom batting for the first baseman, Trevor Geary. Now with 2 away, Blackhawks lead by a score of 1-0. Ben Zom in the batter's box, swung on and hit a high fly ball to center field. That will be caught by Brigham for out number 3. So we've got 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. We'll come back with the top of the 3rd inning. Leading off for the Norsemen will be Beckett Brigham, the first baseman, when we return. Leading things off in the top of the 3rd for the Norsemen is the first baseman, Beckett Brigham. He is followed by the left fielder, Blake Sutton, and then the top of the order in Devin Nedland. It's the 8-9-1 top of the order. Quackenbush, first pitch, swung on and hit to second. That is fielded by Miles Fry and Cooper Gelhaus. Casey Kowalczyk for the 4-3 putout. And out number 1. I'm reliving years past. So with 1 away, we've got the left fielder, Blake Sutton, in the batter's box. He's followed by Devin Nedland, the pitcher. First pitch from Quackenbush. It's a high ball 1. Fired in low and inside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And that's going to be low and inside again for ball 3. 3-0 to Sutton. And low, ball 4. 4 balls in a row. And a man on first for the Norsemen. That'll bring up the top of the order, the pitcher, Devin Nedland, with a runner on first. It's going to be low, ball 1. The runner will have to watch the leadoff here with the left-handed pitcher. Clayton Weston's going to come out and calm the nerves of Quackenbush after 5 straight balls. Nothing hurt so far for Quackenbush. Left-handed Nedland. One and 0 the count, and that's going to be low, ball 2. And that is a chopper down to second base. And for the 4-3 putout from Kowalczyk will be out number 2. That's going to bring up third baseman Garrett Batland. Just got word from the Cashton-Brookwood game. Cashton is leading 3-2 after 1. We'll try and keep you updated as scores come in from Ken. That's going to be a called strike 1. 0-1 the count to Vatland. And after the steal, Sutton sitting safely at second. And a chopper right up the middle that will get past Walczak for a single. And Lendowski will bobble it just enough. So that'll be an RBI single for Vatland. And Sutton comes across the board. So with a runner on first, that'll bring up the shortstop, Bo Milutinovic. Score is tied at 1 apiece. 2 outs for the Blackhawks. Milutinovic, a right-handed batter, a little throw off from the pitcher to keep the first baseman on his toes, and Vatland safely at first. And right back at him. And the third attempt, he's right there. So the pitch from Milutinovic from Quackenbush, be called strike 1. And we'll toss back to first. One of these times he might connect. 0-1 the count. Pitch from Quackenbush. As Milutinovic goes at a high throw. And safely at second is Vatland. So the go-ahead run at second with 2 away. 1-1 the count to Milutinovic. Pitch is just high and slightly outside for ball 2. Pitch from Quackenbush, swung on and fouled back over the first baseline for strike 2. That evens count up at 2 apiece. Milutinovic walked in the first inning, made his way all the way to second before being stranded in the first inning. That's going to be high and outside for ball 3. That brings the count to full. And the payoff pitch from Quackenbush. Hit right up the middle, just past Quackenbush. That's going to score Vatland and pull the Norsemen ahead 2-1. A single for Milutinovic. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Gavin Larson, with 2 away in the top of the third inning. Larson struck out in the first inning. He's going to hit a chopper to third, and the throw from Hoyam will be in time for the 5-3 putout and out number 3 in the inning. But not before 2 runs score for the Norsemen on 2 hits with no errors. 1 left on base for the Norsemen. The score is now 2-1. Westby. We'll be back with the home half of the third inning from the Park Bowl after a word from these sponsors. So bringing things back here from the Park Bowl, we have the left fielder Cooper Gelhaus leading things off. It's the 9-1-2 top of the order. The pitch from Nedland just missed outside for ball 1. Norsemen lead after a 2-run third inning, or top half of the third inning, I should say. That's going to be low and past the catcher, Rathel, for ball 2. 2-0 the count. 2-1 Norsemen here in the bottom of the third inning. Behind Cooper Gelhaus is Miles Fry, the shortstop, and Landowski, the center fielder. That is a called strike one. 2-1 the count. Now to Gelhaus. Pitch from Nedlund, swung on and hit right up the middle for a single. And that'll put a duck on the pond for Miles Fry. Miles Fry struck out in the first inning to lead things off. Fry followed by Kevin Landowski, the center fielder, and Casey Kowalczyk, the second baseman. A little pitch back to first base to keep Gelhaus honest. And another pitch back. Safe again. So now maybe we'll get a pitch in to Miles Fry. And that's going to be a bunt foul for strike one. Oh and 1 the count with a runner on first. Nobody out for the Blackhawks. It's going to be just outside ball one. As Fry pulled back, not giving the offering. 1-1 the count, no outs. Showed bunt. And ball two. Pitch from Nedlund. Bunted down the first base line. That's going to move Gelhaus to first, and the sack bunt.
Center fielder, Kevin Landowski.
For the first out of the inning, but now we've got Gelhaus on second. Landowski in the batter's box, followed by Casey Kowalczyk. Landowski grounded out to second base in the first inning. That's going to be outside ball one. Here comes pitch from Nedlund. Low, ball two. 2-0 the count to Landowski. With Kowalczyk on deck, Quackenbush in the hole. And that's going to be a called strike one. 2-1 the count. With one away, runner on second. With Gelhaus. Center fielder Landowski in the batter's box. And is going to follow that one over the third base dugout to even the count up at 2 apiece. Two and two with one away. Runner on second. Here's the pitch from Nedlund. Swung on and fouled back for strike 2.5. That is a high fly ball to left center field, caught by Sutton. And no tag up from Gelhaus. He'll stay at second.
Second baseman, Casey Kowalczyk.
And that's out number 2 in the inning. That'll bring up the second baseman, Casey Kowalczyk. He's followed by the pitcher, Tyler Quackenbush. So with 2 outs, runner on second. Kowalczyk takes the batter's box. Nedlund takes the sign from Rathel. And it'll be a high ball one. That's going to be just outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Kowalczyk. That's going to be swung on and fouled back off the net behind home plate for strike 1. Edlin takes a sign from Rathel. The windup and the pitch. High ball 3. 3-1 now the count with 2 away. Quackenbush on deck. Hoyam, the third baseman, in the hole. Pitch from Nedlin swung on for strike 3. So 4 up, 3 down for the Blackhawks. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Oh, wait. I was off in the count. Now it's full. Hopefully that was not, well, that was a premonition. So I'll stick to my guns. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base for the Blackhawks. See, I was just a little ahead of myself. So we're going to come back with the top of the 4th inning. And leading things off for the Norsemen will be the catcher, Ben Rathel, after this. Sorry. Just got caught up in some bookwork. Ben Rathel led off, hit the first pitch to Lindowski in center field for out number 1 in the inning. That's going to bring up Lucas Bendel, the right fielder. He's followed by Chase Bendel, the DH. He's batting for Caleb Johnson, the second baseman. And that second pitch will be ball 2. That's going to be fouled back for strike 2. 2-2 the count. That's going to be a chopper right over. That's going to be missed by Kowalczyk. Scooped up by Matheson, the right fielder. And a single in the books for Lucas Bendel. With 1 away, we have brother Chase Bendel DHing for Caleb Johnson, the second baseman. 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. Runner on first. That'll be a high ball 1. Quackenbush gets the signal from Weston. And the pitch swung on for strike number 1. Be a big swing and strike 2. 0-2 the count to Bendel. With 1 away, runner on first. He'll check the runner at first. Throw back over to Geary. Oh, 0-2 the count with 1 away. The windup from Quackenbush. High ball 1. High ball 2. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. To Bendel, he is followed in the order by Beckett Brigham, the first baseman, and Blake Sutton, the left fielder. And that'll be ball 4. So base on balls for Bendel. That'll bring the other Bendel, Lucas, over to second. And that'll bring a little powwow to the pitcher's mound for the Blackhawks. It's a little settle down moment. 2-1 Norsemen, the score, after 3 1/3 innings, I should say. Nagel going back over to the home dugout. So we're going to stay with the action. That's going to bring out Beckett Brigham, the first baseman. With one away, we got runners on first and second for the Norsemen. Just got an update from Ken Matting. It's 5-2 Cashton over Brookwood after 2 complete. The winner of the Cashton matchup, and I'm not sure who they're playing. They're going to play at Seneca tomorrow. The winner of this game plays at Bangor. Little bunt laid down foul down the first baseline for strike number 2. 0-2 the count to Bendel. Runners on first and second, 1 out for the Norsemen. The pitch from Quackenbush comes in. High fly ball to short. That'll be picked up by Miles Fry for out number 2 in the inning. And that's going to bring up number 9 batter, the left fielder Blake Sutton, who walked in the third and was driven in by Garrett Vatland for one of the 2 Norsemen runs. That's going to miss just high and outside for ball 1. So with 2 away, 2 runners on, the pitch from Quackenbush going to be high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And right up behind Sutton is the leadoff hitter, Devin Nedlund, the pitcher for the Norsemen. Count is 2-0 with 2 away. Here is the windup and the pitch from Quackenbush. Going to be swung on for strike 1. Big swing for strike 2. That evens the count up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 people on for the Norsemen. They lead 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. Norsemen looking to get out of a jam. Pitch from Quackenbush going to be high and outside to load the count up at full. 3-2 to Sutton. Moment of truth for Sutton. Here's the payoff pitch from Quackenbush. He gets the signal from Weston. The windup and the pitch. He swung on and fouled back. Count remains full at 3-2. Here comes the second payoff pitch from Quackenbush. He checks the runner at first. Wind up and pitch high, ball 3. And that'll load him up for the Norsemen. We've got Lucas Bendel at third, Chase Bendel at second, Blake Sutton at first, and that brings up the leadoff hitter, Devin Nedlund, the pitcher. So 2 outs. Bases loaded. Blackhawks looking to get out of a jam. The pitch from Quackenbush, a called strike 1. Oh, 1 the count, and the pitch fouled down the third base line. Hoyam coming in to make the grab for out number 3. So with bases loaded, the Blackhawks managed to hold them off. No runs. On one hit, no errors, 3 left on base for the Norsemen. We're going to come back with the home half of the 4th inning. We're going to lead things off with the pitcher, Tyler Quackenbush, when we return after a word from these sponsors. Welcome back to the home half of the 4th inning. Leading things off for the Blackhawks is the pitcher, Tyler Quackenbush, who grounded out to second in the 1st inning. That happened to be out number 3. That followed things off by Jackson Hoyam hitting the solo homer to put the Blackhawks on the board. But that was shadowed by Westby's 2 runs in the 3rd. That's going to be a chopper, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder, Sutton,
Third baseman, Jackson.
for out number 1. So Hoyam homered in the 2nd. This is his 2nd at bat. He homered right over the left field fence. So pitch high and outside, ball 1. So Blackhawks trail by a score of 2-1. Here's the pitch. He's grounded right between 3rd and short for a single to put a runner on with 1 away, and that'll bring up the right fielder Connor Matheson. He's followed by the catcher Clayton Weston. Matheson grounded out to 2nd in the 2nd inning. And that he'll see a low strike 1. And that'll be a low ball 1. Just about in the same spot the first pitch was. 1-1 the count. With a runner on first, 1 away. In the bottom half of the 4th inning, the pitch from Nedlund swung on and chopped down the first baseline for strike 2. One and 2 the count with 1 away, a runner on first for the Blackhawks. Nedlund gets the sign. Left-handed pitcher windup, and a big swing for strike 3. That'll bring up the catcher Clayton Weston. With 2 away, runner on first. Weston is followed by the DH Ben Zom. He's batting for the first baseman Trevor Geary. So 2 outs, runner on first. Clayton Weston in the batter's box. Nedlund receives the sign, the windup, and the pitch. Swung on for strike 1. And a little throwback to first to keep Hoyam honest. Wind up on the pitch. High and outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count with 2 away. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on for strike 2. So Weston grounded out to 3rd in the 2nd inning. This is his 2nd at bat. 1-2 the count. It's going to be high and inside. That evens count up at 2 apiece with 2 away, 1 on. Jackson Hoyam sitting at first base. Got Ben Zom on deck. That's going to be low, ball 3. That evens or brings the count to full. So 2 outs, full count to Clayton Weston. Here comes the payoff pitch from Nedlund. High, ball 4. So with a runner in scoring position, we got runners on first and second. That brings up the DH Ben Zom, batting for the first baseman Trevor Geary. Here's the windup and the pitch from Nedland. Going to be low, ball 1. It's going to be inside and slightly low for ball 2. 2-0. Little conference on the mound with Hammer and his Norsemen. So 2-0 the count with 2 away to Benz on the DH. We've got Trevor Cooper Gelhaus on deck. That's going to be low, ball 3. (3-0) the count. I'm sure Ben's got the brakes on, and that's going to be a called ball. And that will load the bases up for the Blackhawks and bring up the center or the left fielder, Cooper Gelhaus. Right behind him is Miles Fry on deck, the leadoff batter, followed by Kevin Lindowski in the hole. That's going to be a high fly ball to center field. And that's going to hit the gap and score Hoyam and Weston. And here comes Ben Zom. And after a 3-run double from Gelhaus, the Blackhawks now take the lead 4-2. And with 2 away, we've got a runner sitting on second. We've got the leadoff batter, Miles Fry, the shortstop. Big inning for the Blackhawks. The first pitch from Nedland's going to be high, ball 1. The windup and the pitch from Nedland, high, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Fry. We've got Lindowski on deck, Kowalczyk in the hole for the Blackhawks, who lead now by a score of 4-2. Runner on second, and that's going to be fouled straight down and off the leg of Fry for strike 1. 2-1 the count with 2 away. And that's going to find the gap between left and center. And that's going to score Gelhaus. And give Fry a single, or a double, I should say. The big hit from Gelhaus is 3 RBIs double for Gelhaus. An RBI for Fry. He's at second. Here comes Lindowski. We've got a pitching change for the Norsemen. So once I get a number, I'll let you know what's up. That looks like number... Well, we'll figure this out on break. We'll come back with more 4th inning action right after this. So now with Bo Milutinovic taking the mound, we have Kevin Lindowski, the center fielder. With 2 away, the Blackhawks have taken the lead after a 4-run 4th inning to take the lead 5-2. We've got Miles Fry sitting at second base, so runner in scoring position. And inside, Ball 2. 2-0 the count with 2 away to Lendowski. He is followed in the order by Casey Kowalczyk, the second baseman, and Tyler Quackenbush, the pitcher for the Blackhawks. That's going to be a called strike 1. 2-1 the count with 2 away. Not sure who took Milutinovich's spot at short, but with that pass ball, Miles Fry is going to sit happily at third. 3-1 the count now. Number 6 is at short. I don't have a number 6. No, Gavin Larson. So Larson came in from center field. I would guess that Nedland took center, but I can't tell. And after a base on balls, we have Lendowski sitting at first. So runners on the corners with 2 away for the Blackhawks. That'll bring up the second baseman, Casey Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk 1-1 now for the day. He got a single in the first, struck out in the third. And that's going to be ball 1. He is the last batter before we switch over. Tyler Quackenbush started the bottom of the 4th inning off. And that's going to be a big swinging strike 1. 1-1 the count with 2 away. So Quackenbush started off with a pop-up to left field. Little throwback to first to keep Lendowski honest. There goes the runner on second. That'll be a throwback to third, or to the pitcher. And he's going to run back, and they're going to get him. They're going to get Fry at third for the 1-5 putout and out number 3. But not before 4 runs come off on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to come back with Casey Kowalczyk in the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th. But to lead things off for the Norsemen will be the third baseman, Garrett Vatland, when we return. Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning. We have the third baseman, Garrett Vatland, leading things off for the Norsemen. After a big 4th inning from the Blackhawks, the Norsemen trail 5-2. As we get things rolling. Here's the pitch from Quackenbush, just inside, but catches the corner for strike 1. The windup and the pitch. Swung on for strike 2. 0-2 the count. And that's going to be reached on and hit back to the first baseman, Geary, but not enough to get the out for the single for Vatland and put a runner on for the Norsemen. Nobody out. Brings up the pitcher now, Bo Milutinovic, who switched spots and is now pitching for the Norsemen. He walked in the first and singled in the third and has 1 ball in the count. 1-0 with nobody out. Runner on first for the Norsemen. The windup and the pitch from Quackenbush. Foul back for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Quackenbush checks the runner. Just misses outside for ball 2. 2-1 with nobody out. Runner on first. Checks the runner and the pitch. Fouled over the first baseline for strike 2. That evens count up at 2 apiece. Milutinovic followed in the order by Gavin Larson and Ben Rathel, the catcher. Larson taking over the shortstop spot, coming in from center field for Milutinovic. Be a ball 3. That brings count to full with a runner on first. Nobody out for the Norsemen. Here comes the payoff pitch from Quackenbush. Just misses for ball 4. That'll move Vatlin over to second. Milutinovic on first and bring up the shortstop, Gavin Larson. Larson struck out in the first and grounded out to third in the third inning. It's going to be high, ball 1. Weston able to stay in front of it, keep the runners at first and second with nobody out. Quackenbush checks the runner at second, throws high, ball 2. Wind up and the pitch. Going to catch the outside corner. Evens count up at 2 apiece with nobody out. Runners on first and second. That'll be a swinging strike 2. That evens count up at 2 apiece. Braithel followed in the order, the catcher for the Norsemen. So nobody out, 2 on, and the pitch swung on and fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Checks the runner at second, the windup and the pitch high, ball 3. Moves the count to full. Gets the sign from West. He reached for that, fouled it back. Count remains full. Check the runner at second. That'll be fouled back over home plate. Strike 2 3/4. Count remains full with nobody out. Runners on first and second here in the top of the 5th inning for the Norsemen. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch. Hit to right center field. That'll be fielded by Lindowski, but not after Vatland crosses the plate. That moves Milutinovic to third, and a single for Larson. Score is now 5-3 Norsemen. And it looks like we're going to pull Quackenbush from the pitching duties. And looks like Fry is moving off the field. So we'll get things straightened out. Nobody out, runner on the corners for the Norsemen. We'll be back after we figure some things out and the conclusion of the top of the 5th inning after this. As we come back to the top of the 5th inning, we have some position changes. Miles Fry coming in to pitch. He is being replaced at shortstop by Ben Zahm, and Trevor Geary replaced by Tyler Quackenbush, taking duties over at first base. We have Ben Rathel, the catcher, and a Pickle now at third. And they're going to call him safe. Even though he left the base, they're going to confer with the home plate umpire. He did leave the base path. And they're going to call him safe at third. And now Pete Swanson getting in on the action. They're going to say he's safe at third. So with the Pickle, that's going to move Larson over to second. Milutinovic safe at third. We have Rathel still in the bat. Believe that was a ball, so it would be 1-0 the count with nobody out, runners on second and third. The pitch from Fry going to be low and in the dirt for ball 2. (5-3) the score, Blackhawks. That's going to catch the outside corner for strike 1. Not sure. Usually they give a fairly wide berth on the baseline. That's going to be a called strike 2. You know, the call for Milutinovic is going to be a little controversial depending on, really depending on the outcome of the game. He was definitely out of the baseline trying to dodge that tag from the third baseman, Hoyam. That's going to be low and in the dirt. That evens count up at 2 apiece. I believe we'll look to see if we can get a sign from the home plate umpire. That's going to be low and in the dirt. Ball 3. And Weston doing a good job staying in front of it, kind of bringing that ball back into play. And Miles Fry doing a good job coming up from the pitcher's mound to keep Milutinovic on third. So 3-2 the count, nobody out. Runners on second and third. Norsemen trail by a score of 5-3. And that'll be a ball 4. That'll load the bases up for the Norsemen.
Right fielder, Lucas Bendel.
That's going to bring up Lucas Bendel, the right fielder, who struck out in the second, hit a single in the fourth. Now with bases loaded, nobody out. Blackhawks looking to get out of a jam. Or at least some toast for all of this. I like toast and jam. I believe there was a song about that, but I'm not going to sing, so you're welcome. So nobody out. Bases loaded. Here comes the pitch from Fry. Swung on, strike 1. So following Lucas Bendel is brother Chase, the DH for the second baseman, Caleb Johnson. That's going to be fouled right over to first base and stepped on by Quackenbush for out 1, but not after Milutinovic crosses home plate and scores a run. So the sacrifice brings in a run. And now the score is 5-4 Norsemen. With one away, runners on second and third. This is Chase Bendel, the DH, and that's just going to miss outside for ball one. And that's going to be ball two. And a called strike two. That evens going up at 2 apiece. Full count to Bendel. The payoff pitch from Fry. Swung on for strike three. And that is out number two. Runners on second and third. That brings up the first baseman, Beckett Brigham. Blackhawks looking to get out of a jam. They still lead by a score of 5-4. But the tying run and the go-ahead run on third and second right now, and strike one for Brigham. He is followed in the order by Blake Sutton, the left fielder, and Devin Nedlund, who I believe is now the center fielder. The 1-1 the count with 2 away. Miles checks the runner at third. Wind up and the pitch. Big swing and strike two. 1-2 the count with 2 away. So 1-2 the count. Here's the wind up and the pitch. Outside, ball two. That evens count up at 2 apiece. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Beckett Brigham. The windup and the pitch. Swung on and foul back. Count remains 2-2. Just missed outside. Full count. Full count to bring in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the payoff pitch from Fry. Big swing and strike 3. That leaves 2 stranded. So 2 runs come across the board on 2 hits, no errors. 2 left on base for the Norsemen. We'll be back with the home half of the 5th inning, and leading things off for the Blackhawks will be the second baseman, Casey Kowalczyk. Welcome back. We've got the home half of the 5th inning. Returning to his at-bat after the play at third is Casey Kowalczyk. Blackhawks lead by a score of 5-4. Here comes the pitch from Milutinovic, inside, ball 1. That's going to be swung on and hit towards the gap, but fielded by the left fielder,
First baseman, Tyler
Sutton, for out number 1. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Tyler Quackenbush. He is followed in the order by the third baseman, Jackson Hoyam. That's going to fall in there. Nice curveball for strike 1. Quackenbush grounded out to second and popped up to left field in the first and fourth innings. So 0-2 to Quackenbush. 1-0, 1-1 the count. With 1 away. Here comes the pitch. Swung on for strike 2. That's going to be fouled down the third base line for strike 2. 1-2 the count with 1 away to Quackenbush. Hoyam on deck. Matheson in the hole. Blackhawks lead by a score of 5-4. The bottom of the 5th inning. That's going to be a nice hit to right field and a single for Quackenbush. So now with a duck on the pond, here comes Jackson Hoyam. Hoyam homered in the second and hit a single, reached home in the 4th. He was driven in by Cooper Gelhaus in that big 4th inning. So Hoyam 2 for 2 on the day. Here comes the pitch from Milutinovic. In the dirt, ball 1. That's going to be inside at the numbers, ball 2. So runner on first, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out to Hoyam. He was just waiting on something to swing on. Here's the windup and the pitch from Milutinovic. Outside, ball 3. Red light now for Hoyam, as he try and get Milutinovic to throw a strike. Wind up. High and in the numbers, ball 4. So to put Hoyam on first, Quackenbush on second, and bring up the right fielder, Connor Matheson, with 1 away. 2 runners on. Matheson is followed by the catcher, Clayton Weston. Two ducks on the pond, 1 out. Matheson grounded out to second and struck out in the 4th inning. And he'll see the first pitch come in as strike 1. So following Matheson is the catcher, Clayton Weston. And that pitch is fouled back for strike 2. To the count to Matheson. 1 away, runners on first and second. The windup from Milutinovic. And that's going to be ball 1. Must have missed just low or outside. That's going to miss big for Strider. Ball 2. Evens going up at 2 apiece. That's going to be fouled back over home plate for strike 2.5. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for the Blackhawks and Connor Matheson. The Cashton-Brookwood game is 8-2 Cashton. They are in the bottom, just starting the bottom of the 5th inning. That game will air about the same time this game will. The winner of the Cashton-Brookwood game plays at Seneca. Tomorrow, the winner of the Westby Viroqua game plays at Bangor. So full count to Matheson, 3-2 with one away. Runners on first and second. Here comes the windup and the payoff pitch from Milutinovic. It's going to be a swinging strike three and out number 2 of the inning. That's going to bring up the catcher Clayton Weston, who is taking his shin guards off.
Catcher, Clayton Weston.
Blackhawks still hang on to a 5-4 lead with runners on first and second, 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Blackhawks looking to extend the lead just a little bit for some insurance. Weston grounded out to third in the 2nd inning and walked in the 4th, was drove in by that double of Cooper Gelhaus in the 4th inning. First pitch, strike 1. Here comes the second pitch, high and inside. Ball 1, evens count up at 1 apiece with 2 away, runners on first and second. Following Weston in the lineup is the what is now the shortstop, Ben Zom. Two balls, 1 strike. In the dirt, past the catcher. That'll advance the runners each 1 base. Quackenbush at third, Hoyam at second. And now with runners in scoring position and a count of 3-1 with 2 away is Clayton Weston. So I'm sure he's got the red light on from the coach Nagel. That's going to be outside for ball 4, and that'll load the bases up for the Blackhawks.
Shortstop, Ben.
And bring up the shortstop, Ben Zom. With 2 outs, bases loaded. Blackhawks hang on to a 5-4 lead, looking to extend here in the home half of the 5th inning. Zom flew out to center field and walked in the 4th inning. And saw the first pitch for ball 1. Zom followed in the order by Cooper Gelhaus, the left fielder. That'll be strike 1, evens the count up at 1 apiece with 2 away. Comes back into the batter's box. Milutinovic, the windup and the pitch, can be swung on and hit foul for strike 2. One and 2 the count with 2 away for the Blackhawks. Milutinovic trying to get out of a jam. Norsemen trail by 1 with bases loaded in the home half of the 5th inning. The windup and the pitch. It's going to bounce, and that's going to send Quackenbush home and extend the Blackhawk lead by 2. Advance the runners, Hoyam now at third, Weston at second. The count now 2-2 with 2 outs. And the Blackhawks lead by a score of 6-4. That pitch getting by Rathel. And that's going to be fouled down right past the home plate. Count remains 2-2. And that's going to be fouled over towards third base. And that'll be caught by Milutinovic, but not after giving up a run. So 1 run comes across the board. On 1 hit, the Norseman committed an error and left 2 on base.
1 hit. 2 left on base. Through 5 complete, we have Viroqua 6, Westby 4.
So the score is 6-4 as we start the top of the 6th inning. The Norsemen will bring the left fielder, Blake Sutton, into the batter's box when we return. Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning. We're going to start things off with the Norsemen's left fielder, Blake Sutton. It is the 9-1-2 part in the order. He's followed by the center fielder, Devin Nedland, and third baseman, Garrett Vatland. Miles Fry on the mound for the Blackhawks. First pitch was a ball. 1-0 the count to Sutton. The windup and the pitch going to be a strike one. And a big swing for strike two. 1-2 the count to Sutton. And that's going to be a looking strike three. For out number one, that brings up the number one leadoff hitter, Devin Nedland, who started off the game pitching, has moved to center field. He's followed by the third baseman, Garrett Vatland. So with one away, here is the windup and the pitch from Fry. Called strike one. That's going to be a low ball one. That evens count up at one apiece. Blackhawks lead by a score of 6-4 here in the top of the 6th inning. Here comes the pitch from Fry. Swung on and hit to right field. Matheson trying to get underneath it, and does for out number two in the inning. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Garrett Vatland. Vatland 2 for 3 with an RBI so far in the inning. He struck out in the first inning, hit a single in the third, and a single in the fifth. So with 2 outs now for the Norsemen. Here's Garrett Vatland. Here's the windup and the pitch from Fry. Going to drop in there for strike one. That's going to be in the dirt. Evens count up at one apiece. Like I said before, the Blackhawks lead by a score of 6-4. Now with 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch from Fry. Going to drop in there for a called strike two. 1-2 the count with 2 away. And that's going to reach. Vatland reach for that foul back for strike 2.5. Count remains 1-2 with 2 away. Nobody on for the Norsemen. Vatland back in the batter's box. Here comes the call. The windup and the pitch from Fry. Going to just miss outside for ball 2. That evens count up at 2 apiece. And that's going to be swung on and hit just over second baseman Kowalczyk's head for a single. And Vatland is 3 for 4 on the day. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Milutinovic. He started the day off in the shortstop position, switched over to pitching. He has walked twice and hit a single so far. Walked in the first, walked in the fifth, hit a single in the third, and saw the first pitch for strike one. Now with a runner on first, Norsemen with 2 outs Milutinovic sees the pitch from Fry, and that's going to be a big hit right up past second base. And Vatlin's going to round third and score and be a double for Milutinovic, an RBI double, and bring the Norsemen back within one. 6-5 now the score with 2 away for the Norsemen. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Gavin Larson. Now with a runner on second. The first pitch from Fry comes in, low, ball 1. So 1-0 the count with 2 away, runner on second. Here comes the pitch from Fry to Larson. That's going to be a called strike 1. Check the runner at second. The windup and the pitch. It'll be a swinging strike 2, 1-2. Now the count with 2 away to Larson. Quick check the runner on second in Milutinovic. And that's going to miss just outside. Evens count up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the Norsemen. They trail by a score of 6-5 in the top of the 6th inning. The tying run represented on second base in Milutinovic. The pitch to Larson, swung on and fouled back. Strike 2.5. Wind up and the pitch from Fry. The runner goes from third. That's going to be fouled over the first base line. Count remains 2-2. Gavin Larson has a 2-2 count with 2 away, a runner on second with Bo Milutinovic. Ben Rathel, the catcher, on deck. Tying run represented on second. Here comes the pitch. That's going to miss just outside and bring the count to full. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count to Larson. With 2 away, here comes the payoff pitch from Fry, and that's going to be fouled down the first base line and not going to reach it in time. Count remains 3-2. And that is a looking strike 3 to Larson, and out number 3. So 1 run comes across the board on 2 hits, no errors. 1 left on base for the Norsemen. They close the lead up to 1, 6-5 the score as we reach the home half of the 6th inning for the Blackhawks. We're going to start things off with left fielder Cooper Gelhaus and the top of the order right after that when we return. Welcome back to the Park Bowl. We have a barn burner, 6-5 Viroqua Blackhawks over the Westby Norsemen. We have the home half of the 6th inning underway. We're leading things off with the left fielder, Cooper Gelhaus. He is followed in the top of the order by Miles Fry and Kevin Lindowski, respectively. First pitch going to come in, drop in, I should say. Nice curveball for strike one. 0-1 the count to Gelhaus. And that's going to be a high fly ball to the shortstop for out number one. That's going to bring up Miles Fry with one away, the top of the order. Miles Fry is followed in the order by Kevin Lindowski, the center fielder, and Kowalczyk, the second baseman. And they're going to check the swing there, and that's going to be a ball one. So 1-0 the count to Fry. The pitch from Milutinovic, high, ball two. Blackhawks hang on to a 6-5 lead here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Pitch from Milutinovic is going to be a high strike two. Strike one. 2-1 the count. One away now for the Blackhawks. The pitch from Milutinovic going to be swung on and foul back for strike two. Evens going up at 2 apiece. Here's the windup and the pitch. Reached, and a chopper to short. Going to get past the shortstop for a single. And put a runner on base for the Blackhawks. And with one away, that's going to bring up Kevin Lindowski, the center fielder. He's followed in the order by the second baseman, Casey Kowalczyk, and the first baseman, Tyler Quackenbush, on deck. Blackhawks 6-5 over the Norsemen here in the home half of the sixth inning. They're going to check the runner at first and will be safe. Here comes the first pitch from Milutinovic to Lindowski. That's going to be high in the zone for ball one. They're going to check the runner back over at first. Be safe again. 1-0 the count with one away. Here's the windup and the pitch to Lindowski. That's going to catch the outside corner for a called strike one. 1-1 the count with one away. They're going to check the runner over at first. Safe again. The windup and the pitch. The runner goes. That's going to be fouled back for strike two. And send Fry back to first base on that foul ball. Score of the Cashton-Brookwood game. In the top of the sixth, Cashton still leading by a score of 8-2. That'll be a chopper past first base for a single. Fry heading over to third. And Lindowski with the single. And now with one out, runners on the corners is the second baseman, Kowalczyk. And that'll bring Hammer to the mound. So we'll see if he keeps the same pitching regime, if he's just trying to calm Milutinovic down. But with runners on the corners, Blackhawks still lead by a score of 6-5. We'll be back after a short break and the conclusion of the home half of the sixth inning in just a moment. So we're back. Milutinovic still on the mound for the Norsemen. Kowalczyk in the batter's box. He followed by the first baseman, Quackenbush. First pitch, low in the dirt, ball one. We've got runners on the corners for the Blackhawks. They lead by a score of 6-5. 1 out, 1-0 the count. Here's the windup and the pitch. The runner goes, and a called strike one. So 1-1 the count. Landowski sitting safely at second. Miles Fry at third. So 2 potential runners in scoring position for Kowalczyk. No outs. Big swing, and that's hit right up the middle for a single, and that's going to score Fry. Move Landowski over to third, and a big single for Kowalczyk. And now the score is 7-5 Blackhawks, with Tyler Quackenbush in the batter's box. 1 away, runners on the corners. Quackenbush followed in the order by the third baseman, Hoyam. Quackenbush reached first base on an error. And that's going to be a pass ball as they check the runner at first. That's going to score Landowski, move Kowalczyk to second, and now it is 8-6 Norsemen. As the ball left of the park on the checked first. First pitch to Quackenbush, be a low ball 1. Quackenbush followed in the order by the third baseman, Jackson Hoyam. And that's going to be swung on and fall back for strike 1. That evens count up at 1 apiece with 1 out. Runner on second for the Blackhawks. Milutinovic checks the runner at second. The windup and the pitch. Swung on. Big swing. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. Quackenbush grounded out to second. Popped up to left. Reached first base on an error. And that's going to be a drop. Strike 3 and a tag for out number 2. That's going to bring up Jackson Hoyam. He's 2 for 2 with a home run, a single, and a walk in the 5th inning. First pitch to Hoyam, low ball 1. Hoyam followed in the order by the right fielder, Connor Matheson. And that's going to be a big swing and strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second for the Blackhawks. They lead by a score of 8-6 here in the home half of the 6th inning. That's going to be a called strike 2. 1-2 the count with 2 away to Hoyam. Hoyam takes his stance. Milutinovic, the windup and the pitch. That's going to miss inside. Evens count up at 2 apiece. And that's going to be a swinging strike 3 and out number 3 for the Blackhawks, but not before scoring 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We'll be back with the top of the 7th inning, and leading things off for the Norsemen will be the catcher, Ben Rathel. Leading off things for the Norsemen in the top of the 7th inning is the catcher, Ben Rathel. Rathel grounded out to first in the 2nd inning, center field in the 4th, and walked in the 5th. Norsemen trail by a score of 8-5 here at the top of the 7th inning. That first pitch from Fry was strike 1. Here comes the second pitch. That's going to be a called strike 2. 0-2 the count to Rathel. Following Rathel in the order is the right fielder Lucas Bendel and the DH Chase Bendel. Batting for the second baseman Caleb Johnson. Here's the windup and the pitch from Fry. Swung on, little chopper to third. That's going to be picked up by Hoyam. And it's going to be in time for the 5-3 putout. And out number one in the inning. Great play by Hoyam and Quackenbush, I should say. Tyler Quackenbush over at first. So that'll bring up the right fielder Lucas Bendel. Bendel popped up to right field in the second. Hit a single in the fourth and had a sacrifice fly in the fifth to score a run. He scored Bo Milutinovic after he walked in the fifth inning. So far, 1 ball, no strikes to Bendel with 1 away in the top of the seventh. Blackhawks looking to put the Norsemen away. It's 8-5 the score. The pitch from, that's going to be hit by pitch. No, they're gonna call that a ball. Wow, I don't know how that didn't hit him. Sure looked like it hit him to me, but I'm not the home plate ump. So 2 balls, no strikes, with 1 out. Here comes the windup and the pitch from Fry. Swung on for strike 1. 2-1 the count with 1 away. Bendel followed in the order by Chase Bendel and Beckett Brigham, the first baseman. That's going to be swung on to even the count up at 2 apiece. Here's the windup and the pitch from Fry. Going to catch the outside corner and get him looking for strike number 3. And now with 2 away, that brings up the DH Chase Bendel. Bendel struck out in the second. Reached second on a walk in the fourth and struck out in the fifth. This might be number 4, but I'm not sure who number 4 is. Oh, we're going to get a pinch hitter. Rhett Stensling is going to pinch hit for Chase Bendel. This is the first at bat for Stensling in the order. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs to the Norsemen, who trail by a score of 8-5 to the Blackhawks. So Stensling entering the game as a pinch hitter. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch from Fry. Going to be swung on, or half swung, but hit by pitch. And they're going to call that a strike 1. So 2-1 the count to Stensling. A few words exchanged. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here comes the call from Weston. The windup and the pitch from Fry. Going to miss outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count with 2 away. Nobody on for the Norsemen. Blackhawks just 1 out away from the win. They lead by a score of 8-5. The pitch from Fry going to be inside and miss for ball 4. Stensling
First baseman, Beckett.
will reach on a base on balls and bring up the first baseman, Beckett Brigham. So with a runner on, 2 outs. Fry's going to get the signal from Weston. Check the runner at first. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swung on and fall back for strike 1. Technically, that was caught by one of the Westby fans, so that's a premonition of anything to come. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first for the Norsemen. Pitch from Fry, swung on for strike 2. A lot of applause. That's going to be a big swinging strike 3 and out number 3. So the Norsemen go 4 up, 3 down with a walk. They're going to have no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We'll come back with a quick recap right after this. The Viroqua Blackhawks punch their ticket and head to Bangor tomorrow for the first round of sectional play. Leading hitters for the Blackhawks was Jackson Hoyam. He went 2 for 3 with a homer, a single. He walked in the 5th and struck out in the 6th. Leading hitter for Westby was Garrett Batland, who went 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a strikeout in the 1st inning. So the Blackhawks scored 1 run in the 2nd, 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 2 in the 6th to pull off the 8-5 victory over the Norsemen. So they will move on and play in Bangor against the undetermined team at this point. I've not got an update from Ken to see how Cashton and Brookwood are doing at the time. Brookwood was last leading by a score of 8-2. So we'll see how things play off. But for the meantime, I am Carl Zuby on behalf of Ken Manning and Western Wisconsin Video Productions, and we will continue to follow area action on the mound and in the diamond as the days to come. So, for Ken Manning and Western Wisconsin Video Productions, we say so long and see you on the diamond shortly.